The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hello again, everybody, and good morning, and welcome to Missouri Milestones, the podcast. Season 1, Episode 30. Hey, it's December the 11th, 2 weeks before Christmas. Hey, we started Missouri Milestones with 1,000 career scoring lists for both boys and girls. We now have over 1,500 boys and 1,300 girls. It won't be long before this list combined totaling more than 3,000 Missouri high school basketball athletes. Those lists will continue to grow as we dig out more Missouri high school history, and also as we record and recognize those who will cross that threshold almost on a daily basis going forward. Due to the strong response for the basketball career stats, we've expanded to include 3 stats for football and 5 stats for volleyball, both boys and girls. The popularity of these lists naturally led to our podcast presentation of Missouri Milestones. In each episode, we sit down with one or more standout athletes and hear their stories straight from the source, the work, the mindset, and the moments that make it happen. If you're a coach, an athletic director, or an athlete, or even a proud sports parent, this is the podcast for you. The easiest way to get these lists updated is to follow us on X. Follow me, Guy Newcomb, at Scoreboard Guy, or Kent Mueller at playing_sports, or Missouri_sports at the MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. Hey, now that you're following us on X, you know how to contact us. Let's get to the Missouri Milestones interview of the week. The past few weeks, we've heard from both athletes from past years, going back to as early as 1963, athletes that are currently in high school or maybe just have crossed a career milestones for their entry into the Missouri Milestones. This week, we have a bonus. 2 ladies crossed the 1,000-point threshold on the same night. That doesn't happen very often. And they're both from the same high school. We're talking about Harrisburg Lady Bulldogs players Lorelei Hunsaker and Audrey Arnold, as well as their coach, Darrett Hunsaker. You'll also hear something pretty unique about Coach Hunsaker and 1,000-point scores. Hey, don't miss it. Missouri Milestones, the podcast, coming up right after the break, because history isn't just written, it's earned. Back after this.
Things are a little tight for Terrence right now. But they won't be for long, because Central Bank makes it easier for customers like Terrence to dream bigger.
More room would be nice.
With mortgage solutions that can open the door to more space.
That's what I'm talking about.
For his growing family.
Growing family?
Honey, guess what?
You got this, buddy.
Unplug and unlock. Road trips on easy mode. And a really big touchscreen for the biggest jams. And qualify for up to $7,500 in tax credit with the Equinox EV. Unlock the tech and the value with the 2025 Equinox EV, America's most affordable over 315-mile range EV. And Chevrolet, together let's drive.
Whether your day starts early or goes late into the night, brings the discovery of something new, or just the work of getting it done, it's all easier with a little help. At Great Southern Bank, we understand the importance of having a trusted, reliable support team who can offer you helpful resources and smart options to make the most of what you have and build on it, with possibilities that inspire you to keep going. Find your support team at GreatSouthernBank.com. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters.
The following is a presentation of the Missouri Sports Network.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, the Bank of Billings, established 1889, the oldest bank in Christian County, Doak Propane, and Shelter Insurance. Certainly glad that you've tuned in. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be here for the holidays. We go to Harrisburg High School for Missouri Milestones, the podcast, episode 30 here in season 1. A place not unfamiliar to the Missouri Sports Network at Harrisburg High School. We'll bring in Coach Jarrett, head girls basketball coach Jarrett Hunsaker. Coach, thanks so much for setting this up this morning.
Hey, no problem. We again appreciate the coverage and thank you guys.
Coach, you got 2 young ladies there sitting beside you who entered Missouri Milestones start wherever you'd like and introduce them, and then we'll visit with them a little bit.
Yeah, I got Audrey Arnold. So they're both seniors, Audrey Arnold, and then Lorelei Hunsaker, who again is my daughter. But again, had a great week this week at the Glasgow tournament, and these two in the semifinal game against New Franklin. One of them, I think Audrey was 16 points away. Lorelei was 17 points away from 1,000, and they both hit that milestone during that game, which was pretty big. It's pretty big when you hit 1,000, but it's nice when you have 2 of them in the same game hit 1,000.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit, wherever you want to start, tell us a little bit about, let's just start with Lorelei. That's your daughter. You know more about her, I'm sure. Tell us a little bit about her and what makes her a good player.
Well, the first 2 years, like I was telling you guys earlier, the first 2 years she spent was at School of the Osage down at the lake. And again, even, got a lot of honors her, freshman, sophomore year before we came to Harrisburg, got the position here. But, she's one that can both of them really can kind of do it from different ways. They can score it multiple ways. First of all, they're very good on defense. Both of them are about 5'9" or so. Got a lot of length to them where, they get steals and leads in transition. But they also can take and they do a great job shooting from behind the arc. We struggled the first game of the tournament quite a bit, but the last 2 games we've kind of hit our strides. But so they can beat you from, the behind the arc and then can take and post you up as well. So it's kind of nice having, 2 players that can kind of beat you in multiple ways because we can kind of move them around and do some things with. But Lorelei last year averaged about 17, going on 18 points a game. This year she's a little over about 23 or so, shooting about 38% from behind the arc, and doing, like I said, doing some great things for us. And Audrey, coming from Fulton, Missouri, the last 3 years was all conference, all district player, one of the better players in Missouri as well. So we're lucky to have her here at Harrisburg and her family move into the district here at Harrisburg. But I think last year you averaged almost about the same, 17, 18 points. So it's kind of nice to have, again, the duo, because it's kind of hard, when you just have one, teams can kind of really defend you and try to stop one player, but to have 2, it makes it a little bit more difficult. So these 2 they play basketball for years together on the AAU circuit with Mid-Missouri Cougars, playing for Audrey's dad, James Arnold, who's coached in the college level for a number of years, and then recently with the Missouri Phenoms. So again, it's just nice as a coach. It's lucky to have both these players.
Very good. We'll start with Lorelei. Lorelei, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Tell us a little bit about your game. What do you feel like you do really well, and maybe what are some areas maybe where you feel like you need to improve to maybe get to the next level?
I think I've definitely improved significantly every year, and I'm hoping to keep it up and throughout the season, to keep just getting better overall with everything. I definitely think my strong suit would probably be shooting, and I think something that I can work on is still post moves, which I'm still getting comfortable with, being down below and everything. But I think I'm good about if I'm, not doing good on one, I can kind of do the other and really balance them out and, do better whichever one I'm not.
Well, as you make that transition from Boonville, to Harrisburg, one, you got to come up with all new rivals. And I mean, were you familiar with the program or anybody else there on the team?
From Harrisburg?
Yes.
No, not really.
What was Right.
I'll tell you, when the 10 years I coached at Boonville, the only time we'd see Harrisburg was at the Century tournament. In 10 years, we never played them when I was at Boonville. But so no, we came here. This program, this school is all new to her. But again, growing up in Missouri, I knew Harrisburg from the decades of, Steve coached the boys side and Coach Bachmeyer coaching the girls and winning those state championships. So I had I knew the program really well, but I knew it was probably new for Lorelei.
Lorelei, in that couple of years, have you developed rivalries? I mean, with what schools are people telling you, hey, this is our rival? This is the games we need to get up for. Are there rivals? And I mean in a friendly way. I mean, there's always teams you like to play, maybe other players that you enjoy playing against.
I don't think that I really have any rivals. I think, whenever I was at Osage, it was really cool to play Boonville, like where I had been before. But we don't play Osage at all here, so I think that's kind of I don't really have rivals. But I know they told me, like, when I first came that Salisbury and Hallsville were kind of like who to look out for. So yeah.
What do you do to kind of get prepared for a game? Let's say you're playing tonight. What are you doing throughout the day to kind of get mentally and physically prepared? You getting rest, water, watching film? What are you doing to kind of get prepared?
Definitely talking. We all really talk like a lot about the team we're about to play and what to expect. So I think that's really how we prepare, is by watching film, looking at, their past stats, their players, who to look out for. And I think that really does help us. But our team's really close. So we all definitely talk a lot beforehand and prepare ourselves and each other.
Hey, I've even been told they watch film during class and get in trouble. Is that right, Audrey?
Yep.
So even though they know they're not supposed to be doing it, kind of a proud coach knowing that they're watching film on their own, just not in the right time.
Lorelei, what game day? You take the court, you're warming up. What's going through your mind? What are you thinking about? Are you working on shots? Are you trying to overcome some nerves?
Kind of both, but I definitely focus a lot on my shooting when I'm warming up, and I try to get used to, especially because we haven't had a home game yet. I try to get really familiar with the rims and making sure I can shoot well that game. So I think that's mostly what I focus on, but I still get nervous too. So that just kind of goes away though. I just have to not think about it.
You more nervous before games, or you more nervous right now in an interview?
I don't know. Honestly, both.
I'm going to say she's scared to death right now at the interviews. Being her dad, I know her well enough. This probably scares her pretty good.
Okay, take us back to that game against New Franklin on the 5th. Did you knew, I guess, going into how close you were to the 1,000 points? Do you remember the shot that you hit?
Yeah, I think it was a post move.
All right. Now, which one of you got it first, Audrey or Lorelei? Which one got to the 1,000?
Lorelei did.
How much sooner? I mean, what quarter?
I think you got yours third, and I got mine fourth.
Yeah. Third and fourth quarter. Third for Lorelei, fourth for Audrey.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, a couple of fun questions here. What do you have a favorite class that you enjoy going to at school? And maybe the one where they let you watch film and not get in trouble, but do you have a favorite class?
Probably I have 3 PE classes right now. So really any of those, I really like playing the games that we play in class.
You have 3 PE classes.
Yeah.
Perks of being a senior,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
when I was in college, all my classes were in the gym because my major was eligibility. I didn't really know. I didn't know.
One of them is with me for an A+ class, so she's just kind of my helper, which is a PE class, but kind of gives us a chance throughout the day. Kind of lets me unwind a little bit, talking to my daughter and seeing how her day went, because it's at the end of the day. But it's kind of nice having her as a helper there, and get to talk to her a little bit about her day and what's kind of going on.
All right. Again, we're visiting with the Missouri Milestone members from Harrisburg High School seniors Audrey Arnold and Lorelei Hunsaker, along with their head coach, Jared Hunsaker. And Lorelei, just a couple more questions here. One, you have a favorite, or I'm sorry, do you have a least favorite chore to do at home? What is your least favorite chore?
Probably my laundry. I hate doing my laundry.
All right.
I'll vouch for that. I'll vouch.
Dad gets on to me about it. But
Do
Let's
you
say
have
don't do it, don't pick it up. The problem. It don't get to the basket in order to do the laundry. It stays on the floor.
do you have like a favorite go-to food? Do you have any like superstitions, like you got to eat the same thing on game day or do the same thing prior to a game?
really.
Anything superstitious?
no, I think I tried to do that my freshman year, but I like any kind of food, so it didn't really work out.
All right. Now, as far as next year, and I know you're just halfway through your senior year, but have you made any decisions about what you're going to do at the next level?
I know I definitely want to play in college, but I'm not 100% sure where I want to go yet.
You have any particular area of study? Is there something you're looking forward to maybe becoming a professional in?
Either something with like nursing or business, which is two totally different things, but I'm really still deciding.
All right. Well, congratulations on being a member of the Missouri Milestones. There's no membership dues. There's no secret handshakes or anything like that. You've already paid your dues. You've gotten into it. But Coach Unsicker, tell us a little bit about Audrey.
Like I said, Audrey came to us from Fulton, Missouri, where she spent her first 3 years. So we're lucky to have her. We're in the red and white here at Harrisburg. But she just signed, committed to Drury University down at Springfield. So we're glad to get her taken coach her here this last year. But I'm very excited for her future down in Springfield at Drury. Great program at the D2 level, which she's going to excel out there, getting not only a great athlete, but a great student as well, and a great individual as well. But like I said, we're lucky to have her here at Harrisburg, and she runs the point for us. And just like Lorelai, she can score multiple ways. She has a great mid-range jump shot, which she can get off the ground for. So it's kind of hard to guard. But she can take and get you, defensively. She's averaging, I think after these first 4 games, about 5 steals a game. She distributes. And so not only does she score at almost, 18 to 20 points a game, but she'll get you about 5 or so assists and a half a dozen rebounds as well. So she's pretty versatile. So it's like I said, as a coach, it's kind of nice having both of them here, and they're really, really good about, getting their teammates open and distributing them, knowing the importance of, being a team game and stuff as well. But Audrey's a special player that can do some great things, not only this year, but down the road as well.
Audrey, congratulations for being a member of Missouri Milestones.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what you do to get prepared on a game day.
I watch a lot of film, listen to music to hype myself up, and I talk to my teammates. Like Lorelai said, a lot about our opponent and what to look for, because I haven't played a lot of these teams before. So it's good to get some background knowledge on them for sure.
So what are you listening to? What's on your iPod?
Just a lot of rap, mainly.
All right. You have a favorite artist?
I really like Drake.
All right. Tell us a little bit about your game. Coach talked a little bit about the ability to, get the assists, get rebounds. What do you feel like you do really well right now at this point of your career?
Like he said, I really like the mid-range shot. I've been working on that for a while, and it's kind of my go-to right now. So.
And don't have to tell me the answer to this, but do you have a favorite spot on the floor that you enjoy shooting from?
I really like the elbow or like the wing for a 3.
All right.
Yeah.
You didn't have to tell me where, because now everybody's going to stack the elbow and the wing, but that's all right. That is okay. So game time, what are some things you're going through as you're warming up? And a lot of times, and I've interviewed baseball players, softball players that, in the bullpen, they're warming up, they're pitching, they're in the batting cage. They feel like, okay, I'm going to have a great game today. Are there days where you feel like, hey, I'm shooting the ball really well? And I know you've not played at home yet this year, but are there games where you feel like you're shooting the ball really well, you're going to have a good night?
Yeah, there are definitely games when I'm hitting them in warm-ups, and I'm like, this is going to be a good game. So.
And some of the people, and I was this way, if I had a good warm-up, I was terrible. I couldn't hit anything. I would hit everything in warm-ups, and I decided, okay, it's God's only going to give you so many heartbeats. He's also only going to let you make so many shots in the game. So I'm not even shooting the ball in warm up. But now you've made your decision with regards to going to jury.
Mhm.
What went into that? And that's kind of in my backyard. I'm down here in Southwest Missouri. What went into that decision?
Well, I visited a lot of schools, and I really liked all those, but whenever I visited Drury, it just felt like the right fit for me, and I really liked the coaches and just the players, and I really liked Springfield, so it just felt like the best fit.
Well, maybe one of the top, one of the top Division II gymnasiums facilities, in the country.
Definitely.
There on campus. So, any particular area of study?
Yeah, I plan on going into business, majoring in business, maybe something in like advertising or marketing.
All right. Well, we may be calling you because we've got some great
far away. So
Nope.
we've got great advertisers with Chevrolet and banks and things like that, but we could always use a few more. So business or marketing. What as you look back on your high school career, and let's say you could get in a time machine and you could go back to that Audrey who was an 8th grader and you could give her some advice based on what you know now as a senior, what advice would you go back and give yourself? Would it be get in the classroom more, the weight room more, don't get down on yourself? Well, as you think about that, what would you go back and tell yourself based on what you know now as a senior?
I'd probably tell myself to take it more seriously because I didn't think I was going to even I don't even know, just get to this level at what I am now. And I feel like I could have been even better if I would have taken it more seriously and gotten in the gym more at a young age.
What's your least favorite chore?
Probably doing the dishes.
Doing the dishes. All right. Do you have a go-to food or any superstitions, something you have to do before every game?
I like to change my socks. I always change my socks before every game.
So you're wearing a different pair of socks every game.
I
mean
have
socks
the ones
during
I
the
was
day?
wearing, and then I change into new ones before the game.
Okay.
Better than what you wore to school. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We thank you for that. No.
That's tremendous. You've kind of had to become accustomed to a little bit to the rivalries and the big games and things like that. What have you learned so far about Harrisburg and their rivals?
Kind of like Lorelai said, how people have just told me about Hallsville and Salisbury and places like that. I don't really know much yet.
All right. You're 4-0. You just won the Glasgow tournament for the first time, I think, in 8 or 9 years. That had to be a tremendous feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the shot that put you over 1,000?
Yeah, it was a reverse layup.
Reverse layup.
It was right at the end of the game. I'm in about a minute or two left, maybe.
Yeah.
So I think it was probably weighing on her, looking up there,
was.
knowing she needed to score to get 1,000 with a minute or so left. But yeah.
Very cool. Well, Audrey, congratulations. And, on behalf of the Missouri Sports Network and Missouri Milestones, the podcast, congratulations to both young ladies. I've got one more question for both of you, but I'll visit with Coach here for a second. Coach, you're 4-0 this year. This is your second year, I believe, there at Harrisburg. Talk a little bit about you went 22-7, I think, a year ago, won a district title. Then you faced a very good Tipton team, I believe, in the state sectionals. Tell us what, going into this year, what your goals were, and maybe even some of the people you lost due to graduation and who's kind of stepping in to fill those roles.
Sure. Last year we had 2 seniors in Evelina McKenzie, who plays over at Mueller University, D3 over in Decatur, Illinois. She averaged about 13 or so points for us last year. Was the top of the press, so Audrey's kind of replaced her. Evelina, just like Audrey, was about 5'9", 5'10", had some length to her, and could score in multiple ways, especially around 15 feet in. She was really good around the basket and distributing as well. One thing about Evelina was she was just a really good passer. She could throw a skip pass or something right on a dime right to our players and stuff. And then we had Macy Ellis, who was a 2 or 3 year starter, I believe, for Harrisburg before I got here, who was our third leading scorer, about 6 or 7 points a game, was great defensively. and she was really good about attacking the basket. That's one of the things we got to do a better job of, is attacking as a team. And again, we had probably our best attacker kind of graduate last year in Macy, but we have a lot of players back, a handful or more that got a lot of time last year. Jaden Stevenson, who had a great game, the championship game against Marceline the other night, had a couple big threes and some free throws down the stretch to take and kind of seal the deal for us. And we're expecting some things from her. Poppy Spry, who's a post inside, who's gotten a lot stronger in the weight room, does a great job hitting the boards and giving you a few points a game. And then we have like Brett Ackman, who does a great job. Isabel DeMuth, who can shoot the ball inside and outside. Same thing with Brett. Is one of probably our third leading shooter from the outside behind these two. Lainey Timbrook, another guard, and then we have a good, some underclassmen, some sophomores and freshmen who are stepping up this year, getting a lot of time, who played maybe JV last year. The sophomores did. So pretty well rounded. We really stress defense. We always talk about from day one how our defense truly could be our number one offense. We press you, zone press you, make some misses, and try to make it kind of get you out of your comfort zone, make you uncomfortable at times and stuff. So I think sky's the limit at this group. Right now we're averaging about 60 points a game, only giving up about 38. And we got a lot of work to do and a lot of room for improvement. But this group comes to practice every day, willing to work, put the time in. So I'm eager to see and kind of excited to see what we can do this year.
Very good. Again, this is Missouri Milestones, the podcast. We're visiting with Harrisburg seniors, Audrey Arnold and Lorelei Hunsicker, along with their head coach, and Kent Mueller alongside. And I know Kent's got a couple of questions, at least for you guys as well. Kent, go ahead and ask what you'd like to ask.
Well, a question for each of the girls. If a freshman comes up to you and says, "Hey, I want to score 1,000 points too. What do I need to do?" What do you tell that freshman?
To be able to work inside and out on the perimeter. I think being able to be like all around is really important. And like I said earlier, like if you're struggling to shoot threes that day, you can still know that you can score some way inside.
Yeah. And I would say just get in the gym and continue to work.
What we score 1,000 points, there's a lot of consistency. I mean, you got to be usually a player that plays about 4 years. You got to get a lot of games under your belt. You got to, there's a little bit of luck to it, meaning stay healthy, because the more games you miss because of injuries or something it's just time taken away from scoring those 1,000 points. And so like both of them said, I think a lot of it's just get in the gym, working at your game, trying to score, like Laura said, multiple ways, get to the free throw line, get some easy points. But
And for each of you, Owen, take 3 words to describe the other's play. Audrey, how would you describe Lorelei's basketball play in 3 words?
Smooth, fast, and long.
I don't know what to say. Athletic, cool, and probably long too. That's probably what I would say.
Very good.
All right. Now, which one of you is the biggest talker on the floor? Who talks the most on the floor?
Oh, I'd say maybe you. Really?
Yeah.
They're both pretty quiet. I can tell you that.
I don't really
They're both fairly quiet. I would love for them to talk even more, but that's something we always talk about every day in practice and stuff, communication, being those leaders and not only leading by example, but being a vocal leader. So they can both kind of improve on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I told you at the beginning of this interview it would take 12, 15 minutes. We're at 24 minutes into it. So obviously they've talked.
Yeah, that's true.
They've answered questions. But I just have one more question for all of you. And you can just notify or respond by raising your hand. And I am a mandated reporter for the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Do you always wear your seatbelt? Okay, you didn't follow direction. I said raise your hand.
Yes. Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. Well, Coach, I greatly appreciate you helping set this up, and I know we've struggled a little bit getting through it here in the beginning. I hope they didn't miss too many classes during this time, and now they can get back to class and watch their film footage again.
Trouble.
Yeah.
But
we got 3 PE classes. She's probably missing 2 of them. That's probably all she's missed today so far. So, but like I said, we appreciate the coverage and again, kind of with these two with the great milestone of hitting 1,000 points. It's nice to kind of be acknowledged and and letting people. I always tell them efforts don't go unnoticed, and it's nice of you guys to reach out and do this interview.
All right, very good. Well, next time we can get your team on. We also, we've got holiday greetings that are getting ready to go out. So I may send you, and this is for your entire team. They can do a holiday greeting. I'll send you the script, and there's only thing you have to say are the underlined words, which are basically put your seatbelt on. Everything else is up to you. You can ad lib, and we've had schools even make it into a video, like I'll send you one. But
TikTok generation right here, so I'm sure they can come up with something interesting.
All right, very good, ladies. Congratulations,
Thank
and
you so
good luck the rest of the season. And I hope we get to visit with you again.
Say by the bell. Right. So, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, you guys have a great day. God bless.
You too.
You too.